Hey TKA! First off, I would like to start off by thanking my senior class for allowing me to represent them on homecoming court this year. Being on homecoming court is such a humbling experience that I'm so grateful for. It is such an honor to be standing here among all of you today. Each and every one of you seniors have made my King's experience unforgettable, and you all have such a bright future ahead of you. I can't wait to make more memories with all of you this year. I will never forget my favorite high school memories, which are the countless hours spent dancing in musicals and rehearsals, as well as Friday night football games cheering on the sidelines. Not only did they make the best memories, but also made the best friendships. To my cheer girls, you are all such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. To my dance girls, you are all so talented. Words can't describe how much fun it is to share the stage with you all. The amazing moments we have made will be forever cherished. As graduation is in the near future, I am looking forward to starting the next chapter of my life and accomplishing the goals I have set. No matter where I end up, King's will always be my home, as it has been for the past 13 years. My favorite thing about TKA is how it has helped lay the foundation of who I am today. The constant positive support from teachers and students has influenced me in so many ways. It has also helped make my faith grow stronger and grow in my walk with the Lord. To my parents, thank you for always being there for me and being my #1 supporters. You both are such a huge blessing, and I thank God for you both every day. Thank you for all that you do for me and helping me become the person I am today. I love you both with all my heart. To the best brothers and sisters out there, Austin, Haley, and Ashton, you three always make me smile. I'm so thankful to have wonderful siblings like you. I love you three to pieces. Shout out to the best grandparents ever. I love you. To my best friend, Stephanie, words can't describe how thankful I am for you. You have been my best friend for 13 years, and I can't wait to see what our future holds. We have made so many memories, and I can't wait to make more with my lit concert buddy. Love you so much. Shout out to my sushi squad, Lexi, Summer, and Kristi. You three never fail to make me laugh. I am so thankful for our friendships and for the many memories that we have made, including our sushi making dates and our bachelorette watching parties. Love you all, and I can't wait for the next season of The Bachelor. Lexi Graves, my twin, thank you for being you. I'm so thankful for our friendship that will last a lifetime. You are the best, and I'm not quite sure what I would do without you, honestly. Can't wait to conquer senior year with you. I love you so much, twin. Johnny, I'm so grateful for our relationship. Thank you for always being there for me. You are such a blessing in my life. I love you so much. To my amazing escort, Louise, thank you so much for escorting me today. I'm sure you look very handsome and spiffy in your tux. I'm so thankful to have a close friend like you. Can't wait to finish senior year with you and make more memories. Love you. Go Brazil. Last but not least, I would like to thank the Lord for the many blessings he has given me. His love never fails, and I'm so thankful for his grace and mercy. Thank you again for this opportunity to be on homecoming court. I would like to leave you all with this special verse, Psalm 37:4. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Peace out, TKA.
Miss Kirsten Marie Adkins. Miss Alexis Ruth Graves.
Hey TKA, it's Lexi. I want to start off by saying a huge thank you to my seniors for nominating me. It means so much to me, and I'm so honored to represent the senior class on homecoming court. I came to TKA in 7th grade and was immediately welcomed into the family. Coming from a smaller school, I was amazed by all the different opportunities King's has to offer. From the killer sports teams, fine arts, and academics, and even chapels, TKA has it all covered. I have a few favorite memories from my time here, and one of them would definitely be beating our longtime rivals, the Benjamin Bucks, in the soccer finals. Shout out to our amazing soccer team and the senior soccer trio. I will never forget the many laughs and dance battles that went down in our locker room. Can't wait for an awesome season with you girls. On the other hand, the Puerto Rico and New York trips are definitely unforgettable. Shout out to Kristi for joining me on some crazy New York City adventures and making sure I didn't get lost because I have absolutely no sense of direction. Lastly, I'm so happy I had the chance to perform in the TKA musicals. The friendships and memories made on and off stage are unforgettable. From Starbucks runs and our crazy hair and makeup and getting weird looks from almost everyone we saw, to singing and dancing together at sold-out shows, it has been truly a blessing. As far as graduating goes, I'm looking forward to first and foremost getting into college. But mostly, I'm excited to begin a new chapter in my life and to see where college takes me. Okay, time for more shout-outs. First of all, shout out to my parents and grandparents for the unconditional love and support they have shown me over the years. Love you guys so much. Shout out to my favorite sister, Allie. You are absolutely beautiful and you are amazing at literally everything you do. And you have taught me a lot about forgiveness, considering I've had to forgive you the many, many times you've borrowed my clothes. But I'm going to miss you like crazy next year. Love you, sis. Shout out to my girl, my twin, Kirsten. I literally don't know what I would do without you. You're like a sister to me, and I love you to pieces. Shout out to my sushi squad, Summer, Kristi, and Kirsten. And a special shout out to Summer for being the only one who could actually cook. Love you girls so much. Our bachelorette watch parties and attempting to make sushi were definitely one of the highlights of the summer. Lastly, shout out to this great guy standing next to me. Nick, thank you so much for being my escort. I know you're looking so handsome right now, and I wouldn't want to be up here with anyone else. Thank you for putting up with my craziness and for never failing to make me laugh. You're the best. I just want to say thanks again, TKA, for making my time here one that I will cherish forever. I hope everyone has a fantastic homecoming week, and good luck to all the football players. See you later, TKA.
Miss Alexis Ruth Graves. Christina Michelle Martin and Mr. Jared David Kirkpatrick.
Hey TKA, I just wanted to begin by thanking the class of 2017 for nominating me to be on this year's homecoming court. I'm sure you all have realized that King's Academy is a school dedicated to excellence. This is definitely my favorite thing about TKA. It shows us that we can be the best at anything we set our minds to. It's such a privilege to come to an amazing school. With that being said, underclassmen, I would like to share some advice that I wish I would have known. 7th and 8th graders, things are not as big of a deal as they may seem at the time. One time in 7th grade, I tripped and fell. I thought my life was over. But look, I survived and you will too. There are people around you who are willing to help you and guide you. So don't be afraid to ask for help, because at this school, people care about you. 9th and 10th graders, I honestly wish I had not cared as much about what people thought of me. I was so concerned with keeping up what some may call the perfect Kristi Martin image that I was not experiencing life to the fullest. People want to see the real you, quirks, flaws, and all. Remember, nobody's perfect. 11th graders, my advice to you is not to tear your ACL playing powder puff football on Thursday. Trust me, it's not worth it. I couldn't dance for 9 months and I was pretty devastated. However, through this injury, I learned the importance of focusing on my relationship with God and friendships. Relationships allow you to enjoy life and can help you through what may be a tough year. Seniors! So, I know I can't really give you advice because that would be weird, but I can let you know how much I appreciate you all. Our grade is special. We know how to support one another, we have accepted each other's differences, and use them to build a more unified class. I do have a few people that I would like to mention. Summer, Lexi, Kirsten, Olivia, and Cassidy. You guys brighten my day. I cannot imagine going through high school without you all. I'm so thankful for the memories and fun times that we've shared. Lastly, I have some people that I would like to thank. Jared, thanks for being my escort. You're one of my best friends, and I'm so lucky to be able to share today with such an amazing guy. You never fail to make me laugh, and I'm so happy we have grown closer over the years. Thanks to you and Tommy, my street smart knowledge has definitely increased. Kyle, our family would be so boring without you. Ever since you started talking, you've been an entertainer. Your sense of humor and love for people are what makes you unique. I love you, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for your life. Last but not least, Mom and Dad, thank you for all that you sacrificed to allow me to come to such an amazing school. You both are amazing examples of what a servant leader should look like. Thank you for guiding me during my time at King's. I love you both so much. Thank you, TKA.
Hello, TKA. Just want to first say thank you for voting me onto homecoming court this year. It is such an honor and blessing just to be on this year's court alone. King's has been such a big impact on my life, and I'm so glad to be a part of this school. I made so many different memories over the years with my fellow classmates and friends. A lot of them have just been amazing with you guys. A couple have been the brownie incident back in 8th grade, which I know Mrs. Lukas isn't too happy about. All the Rock the Universes and the homecoming skits, the football games, football memories, track memories. But my favorite memory from TK thus far is blowing out the Benjamin Bucks at home for my senior year with all my football brothers and my football family and coaches. It is so unforgettable to me. Now I'm going to go on to the fun part of the speech, which is, of course, the shout-outs. Shout out first to the whole football team. I love all of you guys. You guys are my family for sure. Shout out to everyone on the track team. Johnny Williams, Track Nation, baby. We're going to go all the way back to states this year. Shout out to my coaches, Coach Allen, Coach Champion, Coach Martin, Coach Smith, Coach Brown, Coach Bill, and to the hilarious Coach Tolson. Love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And thank you especially to all the coaches for setting the example every day of practice for how to give your 110% every day on and off the field in your academics, sports, or whatever your place is in life. My lunch table, I want to give a shout out to Mason, Jacob, Tommy, Nikki Pooh, Melvin, Reese, and Dylan Cordy. Personal shout out to my favorite quarterback, Jay Wake, aka Mr. Smooth. Your arm is golden. I love you. Go get it, Pony Boy. Shout out to Carlo Basile, aka Bolby Boy. Love you, man. Glad you're a part of the team this year. Shout out to my family. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and just for making me the man that I am today. And finally, shout out to my wonderful escort, Kristi Martin. Thank you for being my escort today and for just being one of my best friends.
Miss Christina Michelle Martin and Mr. Jared David Kirkpatrick. Miss Olivia Nicole Matisich and Mr. Jacob Anthony Brodnick.
Hey guys, last time you probably saw me on the big screen was most likely on a Thursday morning watching me stuttering, fake smiling, and making a fool out of myself. And so, in saying that, here we go. I would first like to start off by thanking my senior class for voting me onto homecoming court. I have loved spending these last 5 years of my life with each and every one of you. Looking back, since 8th grade, I would have to say my favorite thing about TKA is the warm, welcoming feeling that I got when I first came here. Not knowing anyone but my brother's older friends was kind of scary, but Kings soon became my family and my second home. From spending countless hours rehearsing skip practices to playing on the soccer field with my favorite girls, I have loved the feeling that I'm always welcomed in with open arms. 8th grade year is also the same year I watched the boys soccer team win their first ever district championship against the undefeated rivals, the Benjamin Bucks. Being in the stands and chanting and screaming was an unforgettable moment. This flashback soon became surreal when the girls soccer team beat Benjamin in the district semifinals under the lights at American Heritage last year. I had never beaten Benjamin up to that point, and it had to be one of the most exciting things I have ever experienced at Kings, and I cannot wait to watch other sports beat Benjamin this year. Looking forward to graduation, I'm most excited about closing the door at Kings and starting a new chapter in my life at college, assuming I'm going to get into one. Anyways, to be on homecoming court has been such an honor and a blessing. It means so much to be standing here talking to you guys and hopefully not messing up too badly. Finally, I would like to shout out my parents. Dad, thank you so much for driving me basically across the whole state of Florida for soccer. Having you standing on the sideline at like every one of my soccer games has been such a huge blessing. Mom, thank you for keeping me this long. I know it has probably been a hard 17 years living with me and all my sass and messiness, but I can't imagine my crazy life without you. Next, I would like to shout out my 3 favorite siblings. Grace, thank you for always being my #1 cheerleader. Even though I have the cheers embezzled in my brain by now, the support is much appreciated and I love you so much. John and Luke, I know both of you can't be here right now, but I just wanted to say that I miss you guys so much and can't wait to see you in a couple of days. Next, the Lady Lions soccer team. I love you ladies and can't wait to kick butt this season with you guys. I would also like to shout out my best friend, Kristi. Thank you for putting up with me for so many years, and thank you, Jacob Brodnick, for being my escort. I can't imagine going through this journey with anyone else. Last but not least, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for being the one constant thing in my life.
Hey TKA, my name is Jacob Brodnick, better known as DJ White Chocolate to the privileged few who have heard my bars. It is a complete honor to be standing here in front of you all today. I've gone to school here for 14 years now, and it has definitely had its ups and downs. But looking back, I can honestly say there is nowhere else I'd rather be. In fact, my favorite thing about TKA is all the opportunities I've had to try different things over the years. If you asked little 7th grade me, yes, back when I had that insanely attractive bowl cut, if you thought I'd be getting up on stage and dancing in front of the whole school for the next 6 years during homecoming, I wouldn't have believed you. But those late night skip practices, or where I got to bond with this amazing senior class, was worth all of the stage fright. I have met my best friends and made some of my most cherished memories during my time here. It is nearly impossible for me to think of a single memory which rises above the rest, but a good majority of them have been a result of football. From our technically undefeated 8th grade season, thanks to Pinecrest, to the utterly insane JV locker room, to FCA and my beloved push-up competition, countless grueling summer workouts, courtesy of Coach Martin, and now our senior season, we have gone through so much together, and I'm proud to call all of you guys my brothers. Well, if you have talked to me for at least 5 minutes before, you know that after graduation I wanted to join the Navy. I decided in 5th grade that I wanted to serve this amazing country, and I cannot wait for the privilege to do so. And now for some shout-outs. First, I want to thank my parents for being some of the coolest ones out there. Mom and Dad, you cannot fathom how much I appreciate all of the time and effort that you have invested in me. Sammy, I can say without a doubt that you are my favorite sister. I love our crazy jam sessions and frankly, anytime we get to hang out. To my best friend and brother, the Jared Kirkpatrick, nobody else is able to get me laughing quite as much as you do. I'm grateful for our friendship and for you always being there when I need you. Nick and Alex, I vividly remember meeting you guys the first day of junior kindergarten, and we have been close friends ever since. Can't wait to finish up senior year with you. To my beautiful escort standing next to me, Olivia, you rock. I can't thank you enough for all the endless hours spent on FaceTime trying to get me to understand math. Also for the interesting conversations that we'd have in between since neither one of us really has the capacity to concentrate. Jenny Spell, I'm pretty sure nobody appreciates your savage humor quite as much as I do. Keep doing you. Sav, 2 words, holy ground. Chip and Chad, always love our historical debates, talking about cars with you boys. To my mini-me's, Corey and Dylan, I'm so proud of the men and leaders you have become, and I can't wait to see what your future holds. Shout out to the DBs, Brad, Lucci, Monaco, and Jeremiah. Love playing with you boys. Mr. Sawyer, Mr. J. Rains, Coach Allen, Coach Lee, and Coach Champion. Thank you all for being such godly examples and for teaching me so much not only about history and football, but about life. Lastly, I want to end by thanking my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who has blessed me with so much. Romans 5:8 has been a verse that I always go back to in order to put things in perspective. It says, "But God shows his love for us, and that while we are still sinners, Christ died for us." Thank you all again for this honor to be standing up here with such amazing individuals.
Thank you again, Miss Olivia Nicole Matisich and Mr. Jacob Anthony Brodnick. Our Miss Summer Suzanne McCarty and Mr. Thomas William Lukas.
Good morning, TKA. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Summer. Not fall, not spring, and not winter. Summer. My name is Summer. Although me establishing that will probably not stop most of you from calling me any of those other things. So imagine me, 14 years ago, walking into my junior kindergarten class and seeing all the fun artwork and toys around the room. It was literally every kid's dream. Although I can't remember exactly what I was thinking in that moment, thinking back now, that was the start of it. That was when the people of this school became my family. There are 28 of us in the senior class that have spent basically our whole lives together, from JK all the way to our senior year, and I wouldn't have wanted to spend my life with anyone else. The King's Academy has created a second family in my life, and I will cherish all of you forever. Throughout high school, we have all made some pretty crazy memories, and it's hard to just pick one as my favorite. I could go through countless amounts of football games and skip practices we've all enjoyed together, or I could go through those times we played board games until 10 p.m., and some people got pretty heated. Yes, Tommy, I'm talking about you. Overall, we have made so many memories together, and they have truly been some of my greatest moments in my life. I'm not going to lie and say I can't wait for graduation, because come on, guys, if we're all being honest with ourselves, we're going to miss each other. However, I am so excited to begin a new chapter and see all the great things God has in store for my senior class. There are so many talented people in this class, from amazing athletes to people who will become the world's greatest brain surgeons or something. God has blessed this class with intelligence, courage, and persistence, and these things are going to take them places beyond their imaginations. Okay, so now back to that little 4-year-old me walking into my classroom in JK 14 years ago. That summer, never imagined this summer would be standing in front of all of you. Probably awkward as you just stare into her soul and make her super uncomfortable. But hey, it's all part of the experience, right? For real though, thank you to my senior class for giving me this opportunity. It's been fun, even if I did have that crazy kid standing next to me. In all seriousness though, thank you, Tommy, for putting up with me and always being there for me. Thank you for never failing to make me laugh and for truly being one of my best friends. It's been real, dude. I never really realized how big of a deal shoutouts were until people actually started offering me money for them. No lie. So, to my sushi squad, Kristi, Lexi, and Kirsten, thank you guys for all of the fun times we have had together and for always being there for me. Kristi, you're welcome for introducing you to espresso. Lexi, I promise my dog doesn't actually hate you. He really just doesn't like your stuffed animals. Kirsten, one day you will learn how to cook, and I will be so proud of you. To my fine arts family,
Thank you for always creating some of my best memories. I will never forget any of you, and I love all of you. Jennifer Lynn Spell, girl, you know I love you. Thank you for being my friend for over 10 years. It's been awesome. Hey, Jake, I would like to just point out that I am the better sibling because in your homecoming speech, you forgot to say something about me the first time and had to redo it. But don't worry, bro, I still love you. To my other brother, Caleb, thank you for constantly putting embarrassing videos of me on your Snapchat story. I really appreciate it. Mom and Dad, thank you for all that you have sacrificed for me. I love you both so much, and I don't know what I would do without either of you. Thank you for always knowing exactly what to say to me and for the valuable lessons you've taught me. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Lastly, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for blessing me with countless amounts of friends who love me and support me, and for always guiding me in the right direction. I've been blessed to attend this school for 14 years, and I have been truly blessed by every teacher and member of administration who shaped this school and ultimately shaped the students in it to be better people. So thank you all. Here's to TKA. Go Lions!
Hello everybody, it's homecoming week, the week to celebrate all things Lions. I just wanted to start off by telling all you Lions fans sitting in those blue chairs how blessed you actually are for being part of the school. The Kings Academy has been my salvation. The faculty, the staff, and the students have been my support system during the most difficult time of my life. Nowhere else will you find this kind of family setting presented at the school. Whether you've been here since JK or just arrived last year, it's hard to deny the fact that the atmosphere at Kings is really one in a million. Now that we got the serious talk out of the way, I think everyone here can agree that nothing is sweeter than seeing the tears of your rivals in sports. My favorite memory in the past 4 years is without a doubt our Kings Academy baseball team beating American Heritage, not once, but twice, at home, in extra innings. The second win actually brought us to the district championship, but I'd rather not talk about that game. Another thing I'd rather not talk about is the upcoming class of 2017's graduation. I know it's inevitable, and that all things must come to an end, but I am truly going to miss the school, and the people. Some I have known since kindergarten. My time here has flown by, and soon we will be off to college. That being said, there is one thing I truly can't wait to experience, and that is the freedom college brings, the power to eat Taco Bell whenever, wherever. But we're still a long distance away from graduation. Right now, you're experiencing just a small step of what senior year brings. I think of this homecoming experience as a blessing. I am truly grateful to be standing up here with Summer and my friends looking fresh. Now to everyone's favorite part, the never-ending list of shout-outs. So here we go. First off, I want to shout out to my boys on the baseball team. Jack Clancy, I expect you to catch every fly ball this year. Trevor, we're throwing partners for life. Darian, just keep being you. And Sammy, who I know is going to cry more than me and my mom combined at graduation this year. My other shout-outs go to my boy Dylan Cordy, who is my go-to man when I want a competitive math in FIFA 15. Nick, you're the best chauffeur anyone can ask for. Jared, I'm going to miss the nights of us arguing over the PlayStation microphone about who's better at Rocket League. It's me, by the way. Kristi, okay, Hamilton wasn't that bad. Lexi, we somehow survived physics honors. I honestly don't know how you got an A in the class, probably because you were absent on every test day. And of course, my escort Summer, who has been a true fan, and it's only destiny for you to embody the role of Annie. Oh, and you also picked some great colors for your dress for me to match in my suit. I also want to shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Cordy for being there when times were tough and making me part of your family. Most importantly, I want to shout out to my dad in heaven for being my inspiration and making me the person I am today. And my mom for not killing me and my friends in the 8th grade for having a brownie and cake fight in my house. For the record, those brownies with frosting really do stick to the walls. If you want to know the full story, just ask anyone in the 12th grade, Bradley, Miles, Costa, not to mention some names. Somehow, everyone knows about it though. No, but really, thank you, Mom, for being my rock. Thank you for your sacrifices and always being there for me, whether it was helping me with homework or nursing me back to health after I had the bar put in my chest. Yes, I do actually have a bar on my chest. I owe all my compliments to you, Mom. Love you, Kev. And thank you guys for having me.
Miss Summer Suzanne McCarty and Thomas William Lukas. Miss Danielle Marie Saccal.
Hi everyone, I just want to start out by saying how blessed I feel to be at such a wonderful school and how honored I am to be on the homecoming court this year. One of the things I love most about the Kings Academy is all the great friends I have made along the way who have shaped me into the person I am today. I can't imagine what I would do without all of you guys, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. High school is full of memories, and my favorite are the football games. I love going to support my friends on the field and cheering for them whether we win or lose. As much as I'll miss the King's Academy, I can't wait to begin a new chapter of my life at college, making new memories, meeting new people, and of course, college football games. But before I start this new chapter, there are a few people I would like to thank for making high school years incredible years. First and foremost, I would like to thank my amazing escort, Brody Fields. We may not have known each other for very long, but I know I can always count on you. I'd like to say a special shout out to my lunch table, Olivia, Mackenzie, Jane, Savannah, Kristi, and Summer. Thank you all for making lunch so much fun, and I will never forget the laughs we have shared. Shout out to my ride or die, Jane Lewinsky. We have been friends for as long as I can remember and best friends since 6th grade. We share so many memories, from synchronized swimming to so many vacations together and all our beach days. You are my sister, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. My next shout out goes to the girl who is always there for me, Savannah Schwartz. Thank you for always listening to my problems and sticking with me through the good and bad times. You have definitely been the one to keep me sane throughout high school. Thank you for sitting at lunch with me in 5th grade when I had no one else. Now to the one and only Drew Lucci. You mean so much to me, and I don't know how I got so lucky. I am so grateful to have someone like you in my life, and I can't imagine what I would do without you. You understand me like no one else. Thank you for being you, and I love you so much. Last but not least, I want to thank my family. Mom, Dad, Connor, and Kyle. Thank you guys for supporting me in everything I do. Mom and Dad, without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. You guys have provided me with more than I could ever imagine. Connor and Kyle, thank you for being the best brothers a girl could ever ask for. I am so thankful for each of you guys. Thank you again for choosing me to be a part of the 2016 homecoming court. I love my senior class and can't wait for all the memories we are going to make this year. I'd like to leave you all with a Bible verse that means a lot to me, Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will provide you with my righteous right hand.
Miss Danielle Marie Saccal. Miss Savannah Dawn Schwartz.
Hey guys, I'm really excited to be here and tell you a little bit more about myself. So here it goes. My favorite thing about TKA is the student body and how loving the teachers and administration are. I have made so many great friendships with the people we have at TKA. I also love that I get to wake up every day and have the freedom to pick out what color sock I get to wear. Thank you for those liberties. My favorite high school memory is all the lunches with my favorite people and being on the varsity bowling team. 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend this experience. When I think about graduating, I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. Whether I'm traveling for a summer or starting school in the fall, I'm so excited for the future. As my man Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So go out there and achieve your dreams. It is truly a privilege to be on the 2016-2017 homecoming court. I want to thank each and every member of my class for voting me on. I appreciate you all deeply. I'm so honored and blessed to have been given this opportunity. More specifically, I'd like to shout out my family first. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Josh, and Zach for always loving and supporting me. I'm so thankful for the way each and every one of you have shaped me into the person I am today. You're my favorite people in the world. And Tanya, I'm so glad I have an Indonesian sister for the year. Love you all. Shout out to the lunch table, Danielle, Jane, Olivia, Mackenzie, Summer, and Kristi. Danielle, thanks for being friends with me since 5th grade. You're truly one of the best friends out there. I'm so happy to have you in my life, and I'll always be here for you. Shout out to Summer for being my lifelong friend, literally. Mackenzie, you know I'll always love you and your fun self. Shout out to the entire ballet establishment that attends Kings, aka Skylar, Cassidy, Balin, and Mackenzie. Shout out to my bestie, Logan Othmer, keep whipping the Audi bud. And shout out to Jacob Brodnick. Also shout out to Drew Lucci, never forget who introduced you, and Danielle, aka me. And shout out to the Econ 3, Mason and Justin. Shout out to my entire English class. That one was for you, Chrisley and Nixon. Shout out to my number one, my escort, and the real Justin champion. You're my favorite Dunkin' Donuts, Walgreens, Subway, Pizza Hut employee. Also my number one fan right next to Daniel Scroggins. Thanks for always being there for me and looking out for me since the 8th grade. I appreciate you. Love you forever, J-Champ. Thanks for listening and have a great day, TKA.
Miss Savannah Dawn Schwartz. Miss Jennifer Lynn Spell. And Mr. Aidan Hobbs.
Well guys, this is it. I've been at King's for 11 years, made new friends, kept old ones, played sports, realized I shouldn't play sports, been in a dozen shows with hundreds of different people, and I have 3 minutes to try and sum it up. I have to start by saying that my favorite thing about King's is the people that make up the school. Most of you know about my illness in sophomore year and prayed for and continue to pray for my recovery. I honestly believe that without the prayers of this community, I would not be alive today. I am forever thankful for that. I was asked to include my favorite TKA memory in this speech, but I can't really pinpoint one specific event. See, my favorite memories are the little ones with my friends, like when Mally says something hilarious and we can't stop laughing no matter how hard we try, or when Summer throws shade and it's so unexpected. When Aidan walked into Mrs. Arrington's class dressed like a giraffe to ask me to prom definitely makes the list. On that note, shout out to Mrs. Arrington for being the GOAT, and to Aidan for escorting me today, and might I add, looking dashing doing it. You've been a great friend to me, and jam is for life. Mally, I honestly don't know where to begin or what to say because I only have 3 minutes and I could talk for a lifetime about what you and your friendship mean to me. But know this, I love you long time. Red heart emoji. So back to speeching. In all honesty, it's so special to me that my class, my friends, have voted me onto this court. I don't think you all will ever understand how special you are to me. You know, they say that it's at your lowest points that you find out who your real friends are, and I can say with certainty that I have so many more real friends than I ever knew I had. Because of you guys, I have a reason to get up every day, to go to school and to go to dialysis. Although often I feel like I missed out on a lot of things because of my illness, it's actually other people who are missing out because in these years I got at King's, I have experienced more friendship than some get in a lifetime. Thank you, class of 2017. I love you guys so much. Now to my family. I think many would agree that they have never seen a woman as strong and faithful as my mother. She is the most incredible person I've had the pleasure to know and love. She is my hero and has sacrificed so much for me. I love you more than anyone could ever imagine, Mama. To my sister Rachel, your work ethic is something I will always admire, as well as your eyes to see the hurting and needy, and your heart to go out into the world to help them. You never shy away from helping people, but help simply because it's what Christ tells us to do. When I grow up, I want to be like you. To my twin Ethan, thank you for always having patience for my craziness and for carrying me whenever I get tired. It really is good training for the Navy. You are so wise and strong, E, and I love you so much. To Katie and Zach, I miss you guys all the time, but it makes the times I get to see you even more special. I would like to leave you guys with this verse because it has been something I have learned to be true over the past 2 years. In the end of Job 121, it says, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Thank you, TKA, for allowing me to be part of this class because it is one of the many things that the Lord has given me.
Hi, my name is Aidan Hobbs and I'm a senior on the 2016 homecoming court. I first want to thank my class for nominating me because it's a huge honor to be here. I remember sitting through my first homecoming court presentation as a shy, chubby 8th grader, thinking to myself, I'll never be nominated. If I'm being honest, most of my classmates don't even remember seeing me at all in 8th or 9th grade. 10th grade, however, represented a clear turning point in my high school career, all thanks to Peyton LeBon's Sweet 16, Beyonce, Knowles Carter, and a moose hat. At the party, I was having a pretty fun time sticking to my bros, when all of a sudden a song started playing from across the ballroom and something completely came over me. It is said in the book of Matthew, verse 24:31, "And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other." Similarly, I heard the trumpets at the beginning of Beyonce's hit song, Countdown, and I quickly joined the massive girls on the dance floor. I, unfortunately, knew more of the song's lyrics than anyone else there, so I totally let loose and schooled all of them. Although this is a somewhat embarrassing memory, it's a moment which many attribute to first meeting me and a clear turning point in which I branched out to my entire grade. To pay homage to Beyonce and all that she has done for my high school career, I'm going to give my own personal countdown of the 10 things I love about TKA. 10. The joy that can only be experienced by getting to class right as the bell rings, despite going to school in an active construction zone. 9. Getting to school early enough to secure your parking spot in the lot. 8. Going to Friday night football games and getting to play in the Paz band. 7. Lunch. Throughout my 5 years at King's, I've gone through many lunch tables, and I've enjoyed every one. Hopefully by homecoming week, my current table will no longer be surrounded by caution tape and or submerged in water. 6. The foreign exchange program. TKA is unique in that it's not only a school, but it's also a cultural crossroads. I'm incredibly grateful to go to a high school where I can meet people from completely different walks of life. Thanks to the exchange program, I've enjoyed performing in Wicked the Caleb, hanging out with Carolina and Maria, and learning basic Portuguese from my new friends Louise and Yasmin at skip practices. 5. Band. I've been involved with the band program at King's for the past 5 years, and I'll always look back with great joy on the memories I've made. Shout out to my trash family, Alex, Giselle, and Alyssa, and a huge thank you to Carissa and Reese. Without you two, I'd probably fail all of my classes. 4. Theater. My sophomore year of high school, I accidentally joined the spring musical Aida, and it was the best mistake I've ever made. Since joining the theater program, I've practically lived on campus with an amazing group of people. Shout out to Tate Court, Chris and Annie, Mackenzie Graves, Kay Higg, and Graham Papatic. 3. Teachers. All of my teachers at TKA have been wonderful, and I first want to thank J. Rains for being an outstanding teacher in A-Push. I also want to thank Mrs. Santiago, Mr. Snyder, and Mr. Skinner for truly investing into who I am as a musician and as a person. Also, shout out to Miss Fahey, who's probably the coolest teacher I've ever had. 2. Friends. In my time at King's, I've come across many wonderful people who I'm lucky enough to call my friends. I want to thank TLP, Chase and Mark, Mally, Andrew J. Morris, Michael T. Alanes, Frank, and many others for always being there for me. I also want to thank my lovely escort, Jenny Spell, who is quite honestly one of the funniest people I've ever met, for continually putting up with me and my antics and creating this awesome bow tie that I'm wearing today. 1. The class of 2017. Many have said that the class of 2017 is the best to come through the King's Academy, and I completely agree. I'm dreading graduating this May, as I know it'll likely be the last time we're all together, but I'm excited for what the future has in store for all of us. Thank you.
Miss Jennifer Lynn Spell and Mr. Aidan Gerard Hobbs. Mr. Will Bayonne.
Hi everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for choosing me to be on the 2016 homecoming court. It's an honor. My favorite thing about TKA is how we are just a really big family. I came here last year not knowing what to expect. However, looking back at it, it's probably the best decision I've made in my life so far. I've only been here for 2 years. However, my favorite memory is handing Benjamin that nice L this year. What I'm looking forward the most about graduating is walking the stage and getting my diploma and dabbing for all my years of suffering. It's been a long dogfight since kindergarten. I'm not gonna lie, they had us in the first half, but we didn't quit and we came out with the dub. It means a lot to me knowing that I am a part of this year's homecoming court. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I do know that I have part of the Lion Nation behind me. First and foremost, I would like to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me a chance to live life all these years. Also, I'd like to shout out the people who are voting for me and who are going to vote for me. Emily, I got you. Nick Kent, Justin Wake for not passing me the ball when I'm open. All of Lion Nation for the best football team in the county. I would like to shout out Mrs. Richardson for everything she's done for me. Huge shout out to all of the coaches, especially Coach Martin, for pushing me to the limit to get myself better every day during the off season. Shout out to Mason for coming every day and working out with me. Big shout out to the smartest football coach I've ever had, Coach Allen, Coach Champ, Coach Lee, and Coach Tosin. Shout out to my beautiful escort, Lisa. Shout out to Mrs. Arrington for being the funniest teacher on campus and challenging me every day in chemistry. Nixon and Chris, I got you. You know I got you. Shout out to Coach Winters for being welcoming and letting me know that he's here for me no matter what. Shout out to the big boys up front blocking for me every day, the big uglies, Alex Brown, Nick Van Reef, Brody, and so on. I would like to thank all of Lion Nation. Go Lions.
Mr. Mason Douglas Boudreaux.
First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Jesus Christ for blessing me with the best family and friends. I know it's cliche, and no, I'm not just saying that because I'm the spiritual life prefect, but because I truly do mean it. I would like to thank all my classmates for voting me onto the homecoming courts. I would like to also thank all my classmates for voting me on the homecoming court, since I didn't think that I was deserving of the honor to represent our grade. So to start off this wonderfully awkward speech, I'd like to reflect on my favorite thing about TKA. Most of you don't know my story, but I didn't grow up at King's like many of you. I was actually raised in the public school system and came here my sophomore year. And despite what y'all hear, public school isn't so special after all. So the biggest difference for me would be the environment here. At TKA, the teachers want the students to learn and prosper in their classes. Every class seems to be like a loving family, and I really like how we take the concept of tying Christ into every subject, and that we all take for granted. My favorite memory here at TKA would have to be either getting lost my first day at King's, summer workouts where Coach Martin makes everyone puke, but I'd definitely have to say that my favorite thing about TKA would be being a part of the football team is my ultimate highlight. From scorching hot football camp practices to the scary town of Ave Maria, or even being called a Yahoo by Coach Allen. I love my team and coaching staff and wouldn't want to change anything in the world. The thing I look most forward to about graduating would definitely be not having to wake up so early every morning. Living in Jupiter is far from school can be tough, and making that sprint from the parking lot to my first hour class will not be missed either. But most of all, not having to hide my gum and scouting out for Mr. T to be lurking around the corner to bust you will not be missed. It means so much to be voted on the homecoming court to represent the seniors. This time last year, I couldn't even imagine standing in front of you all today, and I'm truly blessed and honored. Now for the best part of my speech, shout-outs. First, I'd like to shout out my family, Mom, Dad, Cassie, Delaney. I love you all so much, and thank you for being the best family in the world, even when I'm a pain. Special shout out to you, Dad. You've been my role model and person I look up to. The way you live out your faith in Christ and lead our family just truly inspires me to become the man you are one day. Love you. I'd also like to shout out my football guys. You guys are my brothers, and I love you all. Shout out to Will, Chris, Lucci, Corey, Jay Champ, Jay Wake, Jerry Bear, Cordy, Carlo, Nikki D, Sunshine, Jeremiah, Isaac, and Ryan Kingman. Coach Anna, I'd like to thank you for putting up with me over the past 2 seasons. It's truly been a pleasure and honor to play for you, as I look up to you as my second dad. Coach Champ, you've taught me what it is to live out my faith according to God's word, and you're always so enthusiastic. Coach Martin, you see my worst and my best times. I thank you for always being there for me and pushing me to my best. And Coach Lee, I always remember to PPD. Shout out to the prefects, Miss Dawson, Mr. Kimball. I love you guys, and it's just a pleasure to serve with you this year. Daniel Scroggins, you're my homeboy. I love you. Maddie Erneston, you give bomb high fives and are just such a great friend. And hey, Alma, how you doing? Some teachers I'd like to shout out are Miss Arrington. I miss your corny jokes in our Survivor Talks. Mr. Sawyer, you're a champ. Miss Verkler, your hours of honors physics help were clutch. Jay Raines, you're the GOAT. And Miss Barden, I know you miss having me in your class. And last but certainly not least, the beautiful girl standing next to me. You've been my best friend over the past couple of years, and ever since you've entered my life, it hasn't been the same since. From sophomore year, where I tried to get you to go out with me, and then finally till senior year, when you said yes. You can make my day with your beautiful smile or one of your hilarious jokes. I wouldn't want anyone standing next to me today. Love you. So I know this speech has been too long already, but bear with me for just a little bit longer. I would like to thank my Heavenly Father for sending his Son down from his throne to come and live a perfect life. His ultimate sacrifice to pay for our sins and raise us up out of our bondage from our own sins. As Ephesians 2:4 says, but God, being rich in mercy, because of the great love which he loved us with, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved. To God be the glory forever and ever. Thank you for everything, TKA.
Mr. Mason Douglas Boudreaux. Mr. James Alexander Brown III.
Hey guys, it's Alex checking in for the homecoming court speech. So I'm going to try my best to make this as short as possible so you don't have to listen to my raspy smoker's voice for a solid 3 minutes. First of all, I just want to say thanks to the senior class for always being there for me and being the best class I've ever seen at TKA. It means a lot that y'all voted me onto homecoming court, even though I had to go out and buy a suit, which is hard for someone of my size. I can't wait to graduate with you guys and move on to the next chapter in life. And of course, to live it up in Hawaii and Alaska. For 14 years, I've called TKA not only my home, but also my family. And believe it or not, I'm going to miss sitting in those uncomfortable chairs like you are right now. However, I wouldn't be who I am without the help of some awesome teachers and faculty. I'll never forget having my Mondays brightened up by talking SEC college football with Miss Breckenridge. Go Vols. Learning how to make bank in the business world with Miss Spell, and learning countless Bible stories in high definition with the legend, Mr. Huther. This place has blessed me with many memories, but none more thrilling than walking out arm in arm with my brothers on a Friday night. There's not many more important things to me than my team, and ever since I stepped foot on TKA football field, I have been coached by some of the best. From Coach Allen yelling TP Dub and knowing every inspirational quote ever, to Coach Lee organizing band plays and running us if the locker room isn't clean, to Coach Champ constantly yelling and jumping around in a happy manner, to Coach Martin staying on us in the weight room and making great jokes, and last but not least, Coach Tolson for always being there helping the running backs and offensive linemen and telling you to tuck in your shirt in the hallways. But on a serious note, y'all have taught me plenty about football and more importantly how to be a godly man. Now it's time for shout-outs. First of all, I want to thank my parents for always being there for me and coming to every sporting event. Thank you again for teaching me to have faith in God and always encouraging me to let my light shine for him. Dad, I love you, buddy, and you'll always be my favorite coach. Mom, thank you for taking care of me and always cooking double amounts of food so that I can feast. Shout out to my boys on the football team. Bolby and Javon, you're my boys. Jared and Will, thank you for making it enjoyable to block for you. Brody Fields, You've been my voice since we were like 5, and you're like the annoying little brother I never had. But seriously, love you, bro. Mason, you are a great Pee Wee tackle, and I'm glad you also came to Kings. To the lineman squad, I love you guys, and I'm down for a food challenge any day. Brad, Scroggins, and Monaco, thank you for being a great secondary. Bet. Lucci, please score soon so we can do our celebration again. Kingman, Noah, and Henry, I have no idea how y'all are smart enough to play football. Guida, thank you for being a great middle backer and always bringing the sunscreen. Champion, you're the best FCA roommate I could have asked for, and I'm glad I got you behind me on defense. Jacob, thank you for staying at Kings all these years, and please remember me during SEAL training. Nick and Justin, y'all are great QBs, and I'm happy to block for you, even if the play is on 3. And of course, TD Lee, Cordy, Ben, Melvin, and Caleb. You make up the rest of the seniors, and without your craziness, kicking, hands, and dieting power, we wouldn't have a team. To the rest of the football team, I love you guys, and especially to the underclassmen. Keep playing hard and listening to the coaches, and you can achieve anything. To all my many, many cousins, I love you all, and let's not make family games violent this year. Maddie, thank you for being my best friend and always making me compete for literally everything. Annie, thank you for being a great sister, even though I have to deal with your constant opera singing. I still love you, and if any guys, Chris, mess with you, I'll be coming for him. Thank you to the rest of my family for always being there for me and loving me. Y'all are the best, and I'm glad that I was born in such a dominant family. Last but not least, thank you to my beautiful escort. You're the best girl I could have picked for this job and an awesome girlfriend, and I'm excited to see where the future takes us. To sum it up, I've had an awesome 14 years at this school, and I've loved every minute of it. Let's not forget the real meaning of homecoming. Football! Let's go get them on Friday, boys. Go on.
Mr. James Alexander Brown III. Mr. Christian Michael Guida.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Christian Guida, and I'm just so grateful to be on homecoming court this year. My favorite thing about TKA by far is I've learned to scarf down lunch in 10 minutes. I'm just kidding. But to be real, I do enjoy the constant nurturing environment that TKA has set up for a growing relationship with God. I really appreciate it, all the teachers especially. My favorite high school memory would have to be Rock the Universe. I don't know which year exactly, so I would just say all of them. Having fun on rides, concerts, hitting up Annie Mineo, just being with friends. What I'm looking forward most about graduation is the fact that I get to experience a whole new way of living outside the Kings Academy bubble. I'm going to make new friends and try new academic clubs, maybe some sports. It's just time to experience what's next using the knowledge I've been equipped by from TKA. To me, being on homecoming court means that for some reason, people voted for me. Still very thankful though. I remember back in 9th grade listening to the homecoming speeches and just seeing the people who were elected. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it onto homecoming court. No way. But look where I am now. Isn't irony just great? I want to give a big thank you to my mom and dad who have been super supportive and encouraging to me throughout the years. It's amazing how much they've gotten me to do, which helped me become who I am today. Love you guys. I want to give a shout out to my sister Ava, who's put up with me for so many years. Sorry, not sorry. Next shout out goes to the OG lunch table, Deuce, Nick, and Ander. You guys are crazy. I can't count the number of times I've laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. I can't forget about the football team. Hey, all you guys are my brothers, and we've gone through a lot. So let's get that dub this week. TP dub. Last but not least, I want to give a huge shout out to my stunning escort, Katie, who's been with me through thick and thin. You're awesome. Thanks, guys, for listening. Hope you guys have a productive and safe rest of the year living for Christ.
Mr. Christian Michael Guida. At this time, let's give a shout out to all of our members of the homecoming court of 2007.